Righto, let's get started. We've drawn our horizontal lines. Let's just throw in some vertical lines. These are just guidelines so that we don't go too astray. What we might do is get our friendly baked bean can and draw some circles as well. Now don't forget, these are just solely for practice and develop, as I said again, that muscle memory. Once we get our fingers and our muscles all working in conjunction, we'll find that our sign writing goes a lot easier. Unfortunately, practice, practice, practice. How many times have you heard that? Well, it's so true in this occasion. Righto, we've got our brush, we've got our paint, and it's the right consistency. Now you don't need half a tin of paint. In here I've probably got about 3 teaspoons, 4 teaspoons of paint. It's mixed the right thing. I've got a piece of paper here for pelleting out. I might throw some glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. And I've got the trusty maul stick. Most of the time a sign writer will keep his can in his hand and attach his hand attached to the maul stick. Get our paint. Now, if you're using baked bean cans or tin cans like this, run the back of the spoon around the inside of the can to get any sharp edge that's been created by the can opener. If you don't, you'll find that as you drag your brush across the edge, you're shaving off hairs all the time. Okay, palette out your brush, get the shape right, a bit more paint, load up your brush, get the shape right. Make the shapes right. What we're going to do is just pull down a vertical stripe, maul stick in my hand, and get the brush, set it down, a bit of weight on it, and come directly down. Flick the brush off. Come down, flick the brush off. Come down, flick the brush off. Come down, lift the brush. Lift the brush off. Don't worry if we're missing little bits. In there, at this stage, all we're doing is getting the movement of the brush. Now, you need to do this for a long, long time to get it right. So, there we go, bit of weight on the brush, drag it down. Notice the maul stick moves a wee bit as well as we come down. Try and keep them straight. The bottoms are a bit tatty, so let's improve that. Bring it down. Snap it off. Bring it down, snap it off. Bring it down, snap it off. Okay. Now, if you're angle ones, bring them down, snap them off. Bring them down, snap them off. You'll notice the ends aren't too flash. That's just because I'm doing more than 1 or 2 without loading the brush up each time. And we come down and snap that brush off. We can tidy up the ends, bring it down and snap the brush off. So it's a combination of getting the paint right, using your maul stick of course, and enough weight on the brush and bringing it down. Let's try some from the other angle. Okay, so put it on, put some weight on the brush, drag it down. A good sign writing brush will give you a straight line. Doesn't mean if you've got a few shakes on, if you're a bit wobbly or a bit nervous. If you're a bit wobbly, the brush acts like a shock absorber and takes up all that wobbliness and shakiness. So, working our way along there. So you're going to do like a whole page of these because it's boring and it's not much fun at all. But you've got to get that skill in. Okay, so bring them down. Bring them down, bring them down. And you just keep doing this for hours and hours. Once you've mastered that, we can start doing some curves. So what we do is start at the top, go up slightly and around and flick. Start up slightly, around and flick. Up slightly, around and flick. Okay. Up slightly, around, and flick. Up slightly, around, and flick. As you can see, you'll start improving as you go on. And we can go back the other way, around, and flick. Up slightly, around, and flick up slightly, round and flick. Up slightly, around and flick. So what are we going to end up with? Well, on an angle, if we do an O like this, we end up with, oops, an O. And we can go back and tidy them up. Now remember, all your circular letters go slightly above and below the line. All your vertical and straight letters end on the line. So O's are slightly higher than, say, an L or an M. So let's go. Now here's these tin can circles I've drawn. It's really good to be able to rotate the brush in your fingers and go around in a circle. Most sign writers will do a circle in 2 parts. And there's no way of getting out of this. You have to practice and practice and practice. And what will happen is that your eyes and your hands will combine and you'll just be able to do perfect circles without marking anything out. Okay. So there's your practice for like the next 2 weeks. Well done.